Good evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Grant Olson is away tonight. I'm Jefferson Robbins, filling in for him. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. There's a moderate risk of wildfire in Chelan County. That means, as of today, outdoor burning in the unincorporated areas of the county is forbidden. That comes along with other restrictions. We'll tell you all about them. A regional sports complex is still in the early exploratory stages, and the organizers behind the effort are gathering feedback in a set of upcoming public meetings. And today might have been our last day of seasonally pleasant temperatures before the mercury really starts to take off beginning this weekend. Our top story tonight, a hiker died over Memorial Day weekend while collecting minerals in the North Cascades near Mazama. The Okanogan County Sheriff's Office says the 40-year-old man from Lake Stevens apparently fell about 25 feet from Kangaroo Ridge on Sunday. The man's hiking partner notified the Sheriff's Office, which sent a recovery team to the location. They were unable to remove the man's body by foot, so an air assist was provided by a helicopter company out of Kalispell, Montana. The deceased man has not been publicly identified. Open outdoor burning is forbidden in unincorporated areas of Chelan County as of today. Chelan County Commissioners passed a resolution Tuesday designating a moderate wildfire hazard for all areas of the county, which triggers a burn ban effective June 1st. In addition, motorists are forbidden from driving off a county roadway due to the risk of grass fire starting under a hot vehicle manifold. And fireworks, exploding targets, and incendiary ammunition are also prohibited. You can keep track of changes to fire hazard levels on the county's website. Well, both of North Central Washington's representatives in Congress voted yesterday to raise the nation's $34 trillion debt ceiling. 8th District Democratic Representative Kim Schreier and 4th District Republican Dan Newhouse were among the 314 votes in favor of the so-called Fiscal Responsibility Act, a GOP-led package that requires new federal spending restrictions, but also expands some programs like food benefits for veterans and the homeless. It also pulls back about $28 billion in COVID funding that's not yet been committed, and should ease the federal permitting process for infrastructure projects across the country. Over 800 free Lego bags have been prepped and readied for this weekend's Nick's Bricks event. The annual event is named for Lego lover Nicholas Vatuli, who passed away while hiking in Africa in 2016. And it will feature an exhibit of Lego creations inside Pybus Public Market for viewing. Families can stop by for free Lego kits and view the displays. And people over the age of 14 can attempt to cross the Lego Walk of Fire to be entered to win a 900-piece set of Legos from the Botanical Collection. The free kits will be available to kids from 10 a.m. to noon, then again from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. But supplies are limited. Nick's Bricks will be held this Saturday, June 3rd. When we come back, Attorney General Bob Ferguson is leading a lawsuit against the makers of hazardous chemicals that have tainted more than 200 sites in Washington, including Moses Lake. And volunteers plan to comb the Squilchuck and Stamilt basins this weekend to clear out pervasive litter on wildlands used by the community. I'm Jefferson Robbins, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News. Stay with us.
Hey there folks, Blueberry Carrie here to invite you on out to experience Blueberry Hills. Of course, the food is fabulous, like our cheese splints, our famous French dip, our legendary Eggs Benedict, and unforgettable burgers. But we're more than just great food. People come from all over the world to experience what's been called one of the best destination restaurants in the Pacific Northwest. So come on out and see what all the fuss is about. Blueberry Hills in Manson. It's where the world is coming to.
Castle Rock International is the Northwest premier real estate agency for large acreage properties, farms and ranch land, lodging and resorts, and other distinctive commercial real estate. Professional, knowledgeable, and discreet, Castle Rock International has the listings and the buyers you have been looking for. Contact John McNamara at Castle Rock International today, or visit their website for more information on this award-winning company.
I chose a career at Confluence South because I wanted to help people, and I knew there would be opportunities for growth. I started as a medical assistant, but quickly advanced in my career. I've received 5 promotions in only 7 years, 3 of those in management roles. Most organizations don't offer that type of growth. Now, as a career pathway coordinator, I let everyone know. Come join Confluence Health. Come grow with us.
Well, Washington's Attorney General is suing the manufacturers of the environmental pollutants known as PFAS, saying they knowingly harmed the state's residents and their environment. Bob Ferguson announced the lawsuit on Wednesday, filed in King County Superior Court. The defendants include corporations like 3M, Carrier, and DuPont Chemical. The PFAS developed by those companies as an element of chemical foam used in firefighting around military bases, including Larson Air Force Base and Moses Lake. That's contributed to PFAS contamination in groundwater wells northwest of the city. Ferguson's lawsuit asks the companies to pay all costs for investigating and remediating PFAS pollution. No court date has yet been set. The agency exploring a new sports complex for the Wenatchee Valley wants your input on the project. The Chelan Douglas Regional Port Authority is seeking public comment on the community's needs as part of its ongoing feasibility study. If it moves forward, the complex would include sports and aquatic components serving the entire valley while also replacing Wenatchee's aging public pool. Barry Dunn, a national consulting firm, is assisting the Port District in the exploratory process. The first public input sessions will be held midweek, June 14th and 15th at the Confluence Technology Center in Wenatchee. For anyone who can't attend, an online survey will be going up soon at the Port Authority's website. Outdoors groups in the Wenatchee Valley are aiming to clean up local recreation lands this weekend, and they want your help. The Wenatchee Sportsmen's Association plans an outing to pick up litter from roads, trails, and recreation sites in the Squilchuck and Stamilt Basin, starting Saturday at 8 a.m. Volunteers for the work party should meet at the Beehive Grange Hall at 4593 Squilchuck Road. The Sportsmen's Association was previously responsible for cleaning up major leftover camping settlements like those you see here. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, you've heard us report about Harvey, the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society dog who was stolen from his keepers and later returned. Now, happy, healthy Harvey is the adoptable animal of the week on Pause for Pets. A heavy-duty warm-up is in the forecast for this weekend and into the following week. Dan Kuntz will be along with all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That, plus Eric Granstrom with sports, still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Shoot, I think I left my keys in the kitchen. Can you grab them?
Yep.
Find them?
What What's this?
It's a locking bag. It keeps Grandma's medication safe.
But I could just take it.
Well, for one thing, it locks. And if it were gone, I'd know there's a problem.
Huh. Well played.
Help prevent opioid misuse before it starts. Visit getthefactsrx.com.
Celebrate the class of 2023 with the NCWLIFE channel. Join us Friday, June 2nd for Eastmont High School's commencement exercises live from the Town Toyota Center at 6 p.m. Coverage is brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Confluence Health, JDSA Law, Merry Maids, and Mini Blinds and more. Celebrate the class of 2023 with the NCWLIFE channel.
Welcome back to the NCWLIFE Evening News. Harvey, the Bulldog Boxer mix, has had a heck of a time. Since he's been up for adoption at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Harvey was stolen last week by visitors to the animal shelter and then returned after the agency put out a public call. As you'll see tonight, Harvey is now back in Humane Society care and ready to be taken to his forever home.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. I'm an animal care associate here, and this handsome boy is Harvey. Harvey. Some of you may recognize Harvey from our social media pleas last week when he was stolen from us. And we're just so glad he's home or with us. And we just really wanted to thank you so much for all the shares and the word of mouth that you put out. We got him back within about a day and a half because of that. So thank you. That was a huge help. Now we need to find this guy a loving home. So a little about Harvey. He is a 2-year-old boxer mix, and he loves toys, and he loves playing fetch. It's his absolute favorite game. And he loves going for walks with his people. We know that in his previous home, he got along wonderfully with children, so that's huge. He loves playing with female dogs here, but is a little more selective with our males. He's just such a great, fun, beautiful boy. If you are at all interested, we would love to have you come down and meet Harvey and throw a ball for him. He would really enjoy that. We actually no longer have a quiet hour, so you can come down Thursday through Tuesday from 11 to 6, and we can match you with any dog that you're looking for, especially Harvey.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Hi, everybody. Dan Coons filling in for Grant Olson for the next couple of days. Grant is celebrating his daughter's graduation. Congratulations, Sydney. That's our Jump Off Ridge camera on another beautiful day as we welcome June. But boy, was it a warm May. It was a very warm May. 78 was our average high temperature for the month of May, close to a record. And guess what? June's going to start out pretty hot as well. From the Climate Prediction Center, they issued this yesterday afternoon. Look at that big maroon-shaped dot right over north central Washington. We have a 90% chance for next week of seeing our afternoon high temperatures above normal and precipitation, a 40% chance below normal. June is going to start out hot and dry, kind of like the way May ended. As you look at the highs and the lows for today, it was a little bit above normal, but what we really are concerned about is that we're way behind on our precipitation. Not only was May much warmer than normal, but it was much drier than it should be. And we're inching even more towards 16 hours of daylight, but we never quite get there. We top off at 15 hours and 59 minutes of daylight right around the summer solstice on June 20th and 21st. All right, highs for tomorrow. You're going to see a lot of 83s on your map, folks, including the Wenatchee Valley at 84, a little bit cooler in the Lake Wenatchee area. It always is. And Omak leads the HIT parade, or the heat parade, if you will, 85 for Omak. And if you think that's warm, wait till you find out what's coming. It's a weather phenomenon we don't see particularly often. I'm going to show this to you. There's a ridge of high pressure. It's working its way over. It's over basically North Dakota right now. It's going to work its way westward. Doesn't happen. So we have two ridges of high pressure standing right next to each other. And that ridge of high pressure, you'll see it right there. It's not going to move. It's going to go right over the Idaho-Montana border, and it's just going to sit there, the middle of it. And this is a big dome of high pressure, and that means each and every day with the longer days and the amplified heat, we're going to get warm to just plain hot by the time we get the middle of next week, because this high pressure ridge is not only a sizable dome, it's going to keep any kind of weather system out of here, it's going to be stationary. It's not going anywhere. We showed you that long-term outlook when we started the forecast. And it's going to hold true. Again, look at that high pressure ridge, not going anywhere. It's just going to gradually slide in our direction, and it's just going to sit there. This could be a long-term heat wave to begin June, and it's still officially spring for another 19 days, although we consider June the beginning of the meteorological summer. But I'm not a meteorologist, but I can tell you, get ready for some sunny and warm weather. The breezes will be dying down, and it's just going to be just plain hot, folks, for the next 14 days. It could last that long until something arrives to knock that high pressure ridge out of alignment, but it's going to be centered right over our area right when we get to about Saturday, and it's not going anywhere. Take a look at it. After today's unofficial high of 78, into the 80s we go. One last little day of breeze on Friday. By Friday, the last remnants of that cold front will be long gone, Johnson. And then here we go, up the ladder. 86 on Saturday, 88 on Sunday, into the 90s on Monday. And as you know by now, as we said at the beginning of this forecast, mid-90s, consistent mid-90s, right through the rest of next week. That's your forecast. Here still to come, Eric Granstrom with sports and more. You're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today. Pitch to the plate on an 0-2 swung on. Wenatchee Apple Sox baseball is back on the NCWLIFE channel. Join us Tuesday, June 6 as the Apple Sox host the Springfield Drifters at 6:30. Coverage is brought to you by Apple Valley Honda, Confluence Health, JDSA Law, Mary Maids, Mini Blinds and more. Prestige Senior Living at Colonial Vista. Together for Youth, Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center, and Walkabout Grill. Your television home for Apple Sox baseball is the NCWLIFE channel. Before the The Mariners went back to a familiar recipe for success last night against the Yankees. Great pitching, great defense, and a key hit late, resulting in a walk-off 10-inning, 1-0 win. The defense was stellar all night for Seattle, and George Kirby took his pitching to another level. The second-year right-hander pitched 8 innings of 3-hit shutout baseball to give the Mariners a chance to win. Justin Topa had to get out of a jam in the 10th to allow Cal Rowley to be the hero.
Top of the order, Torres. 3-2 pitch from Kirby. Line drive, JP got it! Oh, baby! Hey now, JP Crawford!
JP Crawford diving to his right. He saves a run, and he keeps this game scoreless through 5.5.
Counter for Leffa. Oh boy, he tanked this one. Deep drive left center. Field, Julio, yeah! Julio with the big play. He had it all the way. No scores. We go bottom 7. Bases are loaded. 1 out. And Volpe, he showed some pop last night with a 3-run homer in the 3rd inning. Slow roller, Gino coming home. Yeah, that's the play. Well done.
And a great play by Gino on the run to make that throw home.
And he's a strike away and out away from getting out of a very, very sticky situation. 10th inning pitch. Struck him out. Justin Topa. The Mariners with a chance to win at bottom 10. What a fine performance here by the big right-hander. Bases loaded, gets out of it, gives the Mariners a chance. Jose Caballero is going to be the ghost runner out at second here in the 10th inning. And Cal, chance to be a game winner here for the Mariners. Line drive, right field, this will do it. Here comes Cabby, ball game over. Cal Raleigh, hero again, and the Mariners win this baby 1-0. Salvage a game in the series and then prevent the Yankees from sweeping here in Seattle for the first time since 2014. Out of baby Cal.
Just an outstanding at-bat and a great finish to an incredible baseball game. A lot of credit to George Kirby on the mound. A great defensive behind him. We saw some great defensive plays. And then a huge clutch hit here in the bottom of the 10th by Cal Raleigh to top it off. What a great ball game, Dave.
A subdued Cal Raleigh joined Root Sports Northwest Jen Mueller afterwards, deflecting credit and talking about Seattle's pitching in the win.
I was just trying to stay deep, just trying to fight, foul pitch off or put one in play, try to move the runner, and, I got a good pitch.
Could you tell the effect that Jose Caballero was having at second without even doing anything? I mean, the fact that the pitcher has to account for it.
I wasn't even thinking about him.
You got enough to worry about on your own. What'd you say to Justin Topa to get him through the top of the 10th?
He was awesome. He's been great all year, and for him to do that 3-2 count was huge for us, and he's been great for us all year.
George Kirby, did he have a little extra tonight? I think he hit 99.
Yeah, I think he was a little mad from last outing, so he did great. He's been awesome all year. He was mixing the fastballs, really hitting his spots, and, he did what he does.
For somebody who was excited to be part of this interview, your emotions are a little bit subdued right now. Should you be smiling a little bit more?
We'll smile later on, so we're good. I'm just happy we won.
Manager Scott Service says it was one of Kirby's most dominant performances since he's become a major league pitcher.
Every inning, it's on. Yeah, he was ready to go, really from the first pitch, and you saw it. That's as good a fastball as I've seen him ever have tonight. Of course, he's always got the ability to locate it. There's extra gear on it is what I would call it. The four-seamer up late for the final out against a good fastball hitter. And just the whole game was masterful, what he was able to do with that kind of stuff. Topa threw the ball excellent. Certainly when JP had the mishap when he was trying to get the lead runner at third, we've had a few of those in extra innings. We cost us a game early in the year. We didn't execute defensively, and jumped into my mind like that's the type of play that can really kill you in that spot. But Tope picked him up. He really did. He got a huge ground ball. And Tope lives with the sinker. He's our best ground ball pitcher. If you're going to have a guy out there, you need to keep the ball in the infield. That's the guy I want out there. And he executed. Gino made a nice play on the ball that Volpe hit and got right down to the 3-2 count, but he made a pitch. And that's what you have to do in those spots. You got to make him earn it, and he did.
Seattle salvaged the final game of the 3-game set with the Yankees and finished the homestand 7-3. They'll head for Texas today to begin a weekend series with first-place Rangers starting tomorrow in the Lone Star State. Well, Texas fell in Detroit last night 3-2 as the Tigers' Jake Marisnick made his major league debut count, going 2 for 4 with an RBI single that proved to be the game winner. Shohei Ohtani hit 2 tape measure home runs, while Mike Trout and Taylor Ward also went deep in the Angels' 12-5 win in Chicago. Ozzie Albies' 2-run home run highlighted a 3-run 5th inning for Atlanta as the Braves beat Oakland 4-2. Donovan Solano was 2 for 4 and drove in 4 runs for Minnesota as the Twins beat Houston by a final of 8-2. Texas's lead in the AL West is 3 games over Houston, 6 in front of LA and 6.5 in front of Seattle heading into tomorrow. 29 super late model drivers have signed up so far for the Wenatchee 200 happening at Wenatchee Valley Super Oval this weekend. A $20,000 purse is up for grabs for the 200-lap main event presented by Plum Perfect. In addition, 20 drivers have pre-registered for the INEX Legends race. They'll be practicing for the event Friday afternoon at 4:30 up at Fancher Heights, with the race set to begin around 5:30 on Saturday afternoon. For tickets, go to WVSO.com. Well, the Caribou Trail League has announced its postseason awards following the spring sports season. First team baseball selections, including Cashmere's Jack Croce, Tyler Peterson, Trevor Schultz, Cade Wilkinson, and Grady Zimmerman. Chelan's Braden Boyce, Austin McCardle, and Lucas Hollenbeck were also first team selections. Rounding out the list are Quincy's Evander Stevens and Omac's Kessler Fjellman. Croce is the player of the year, while Cashmere's coach Colton Loomis is the coach of the year. Cascades' Emma Warman leads the list of first-team all-CTL softball players. She's joined by Cashmere's Jenna Reeder, Cameron Phillips, Anissa Gonzalez, and Dina Schoengarth. Omac had two first-team selections, Alyssa Marchand and Taya Graham. Quincy's Emily Morris, Hayden Morris, and Michelle Acevedo round out the list. Reeder is the CTL player of the year, while her coach Steve Mungin is the coach of the year. Making the Caribou Trail League first team all-league boys soccer team are Cascades' Ryan Denaga, Angel Sandoval, Vincent Slett, Karsten Bowles, Shane Slett, and Cole Slett. Also on the first team are Cashmere's Luke Fox and Dalen Smart, Chelan's Juan Barajas, and Quincy's Jorge Nunez, Alejandro Mendoza, and Isaac Lopez. Nunez, the CTL Player of the Year, while his coach, Francisco Tafoya, is the Coach of the Year. Cascades' Charlie Lyons and Chelan's Rylan Moody made the first team All-CTL Boys Tennis Team in singles. Doubles partners of Jonathan Kirk and Bo Sackman of Omac, and Quincy's Harrison Heyer and Isaac Deary are first team selections. Sackman and Moody are the CTL Players of the Year, while Chelan's Marty Roethlisberger is the Coach of the Year. Turning to the girls, first team selections include Faith Kurt of Cashmere and Chelan's Arden Paglia in singles. The doubles pairings of Peyton Richter and Finley Sackman of Omac, and Chelan's Piper Grossberg and Maya Cowan are first team selections. Kurt, the Player of the Year. Freshman Carson Clinton is the Caribou Trail League Boys Golfer of the Year and shared first team all-league honors with Omac's Blake Sam, Josiah Sloan, Grizz Moore, and Jovan Mercado. Pioneer coach Nick Poplar is the CTL Coach of the Year. And to the girls' side, Chelan's Annabelle Finch, CTL Girls Golfer of the Year. She shares first team honors with Omac's Haley Richter, Coley Christoph, Kinsey Christoph, and Kira Sandoval. Track and field, it's a long list. Head to our website to find out more about that at NCWLIFE.com. Also, it is a baseball night tonight for Apple Sox fans, and Joel Norman tells us more about that.
Yeah, FanFest coming up tonight here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. So excited for this. It's that first opportunity for fans to come back out to the ballpark, meet the team, and just spend that first great evening here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Runs from 6 to 7:30 p.m. Fans get a chance to meet the players afterwards. And like I said, open up the gates for the first time here tonight. Going to be a lot of fun. Free event as well, we should mention.
That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric Grandstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, we're talking about your ticker and what to do when your ticker goes wrong. The good Dr. Job will be joining me. We'll be talking about CPR and AED machines, and you're going to learn how to do both. Hopefully you won't have to do it, but you need to know those skills on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or on our website, ncwlife.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we would like to hear from you. Send us an email, news@ncwlife.com, or give us a call, 888-6295. That's 888-NCWL. I'm Jefferson Robbins. I'll be back with you again on Friday evening. Until then, take care of each other. Have a great night.